My name's Andy Maloney, and I'm from the Cambridge Crystallographic Data Centre. At the CCDC, we maintain and curate the Cambridge Structural Database, or the CSD, which is the most comprehensive database of organic and metal-organic crystal structures in the world. Now, we're getting close to having 1 million entries in the CSD now, so this means we've got millions of data points from intramolecular geometries and intermolecular interactions that we can use through our tools to make statistical assessments of the likelihood of a molecule to display industrially relevant characteristics like polymorphism, for instance, or to give an indication of the relative stability of a hydrate. Now, the use of these statistical methods is becoming more and more common in the earlier stages of pharmaceutical development, and our tools are embedded in the workflows of some of the industrial partners in ADOPT, as well as elsewhere in the industry. Now, what the ADOPT project is allowing us to do is to expand the applicability of these methods to cover more of the drug development process, as well as letting us start to solve new challenges in pharmaceutical manufacturing and processing. Now, we're moving from making assessments about solid form stability to making assessments about mechanical properties like tabletability, just from crystal structures, and that's really exciting for us. There's an old proverb which I think applies here: you can't know where you're going until you know where you've been. So the ability to use the knowledge of 1 million crystal structures to make rapid assessments about a new material based on everything that's been experimentally observed before is really powerful. For instance, we can look at the hydrogen bonds formed by a given functional group in every structure that it appears in the database to understand how likely that functional group is to form hydrogen bonds in a new API. Now, this gives a drug substance developer an idea of how good a molecule's interactions are going to be and provides insight into the stability of the solid form. Thinking about what the structures themselves tell us, we've come up with a method of analysing crystals to identify potential slip planes, as well as a set of other descriptors that allows us to assess the plasticity and hence the tabletability of a new material. So this means that industrial scientists can have a good idea of how an API is likely to behave in a tablet press just from the crystal structure, and so head off any processing issues way before they ever get a chance to happen. And to go further, we've assembled all the crystal structures of all the approved drugs that are in the CSD into one subset so that we can understand how different and how similar pharmaceuticals are to organic molecules. So this means that we can build more targeted and tailored models based on a set of compounds that more closely represents the chemical space of drugs. So all these new methods have been developed in Python, so we can easily share them with the more computationally minded ADOPT partners as we improve them. They're ready whenever you are. We're also working towards creating desktop versions of all these tools over the next year, so they'll be available to everyone in the ADOPT project and beyond before too long.